Hi there, welcome to Monster Hunter Rise How to Hunt. I'm Nocta Knight, and in this series I'll be walking you through how to hunt all the various monsters in Monster Hunter Rise. Today, we'll be taking a look at the flagship monster of Rise, Magnamalo the Devilish Hellcat. A fast-paced blitzer that can be daunting to new and seasoned players alike. Its wide range of moves and constant mix-ups make it one of the most difficult monsters to predict, even after you get to know its patterns. But, with a little bit of patience, you'll find more than enough opportunities to get in and take this grumpy kitty down. First up, a quick look at his elemental resists and weaknesses. Solidly built across the board, this violent Hellcat is weakest to water, with thunder only a short ways behind. If you have one of these elemental weapons available, they'll help you deal a bit more damage in the time you've got. But if you've just got to work with what you have, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. A feature of Magnamalo is the new status effect Hellfire Blight that has been introduced in Rise. The status effect is easy to spot as a purple flame on your character. After a short period of time, it causes a detonation which can be pretty damaging to low levels. That said, it's easily removed by either using your wire bug, rolling several times, or a standard deodorant. Hellfire Blight is applied from any of Magna's dust or Hellfire charged attacks. Combat with Magnamalo is fast-paced and intense. It deals massive damage while mixing up its moveset like a pro. It keeps near constant pressure by chaining its attacks and rapidly moving around the battlefield. Despite this, there are a multitude of openings for you to take advantage of, and with a little bit of confidence, you'll be turning the fight around in no time as you dominate the battlefield. Another unique feature of Magnamalo is the rage and progressive Hellfire modes that make it feel like fighting an anime villain that's yet to reach its final form. Rage mode can be spotted when the spikes along its back protrude, and the various stages of Hellfire are pretty clear as it coats its body throughout the fight. The weaker it gets, the more these activate and send it into a violent rage that boosts both its damage and speed, making it even more difficult to get a safe opening. When fighting Magna, it's best to maintain a medium to short distance for melee, circling around as you wait for the right opportunity to strike. A counterclockwise rotation seems to give the best openings, as some of its attacks are right-hand side biased. Calmly walking or running while maintaining a medium distance should keep you safe from the majority of its basic attacks. Adding in a dodge should keep you safe from the rest, but of course your timing will be important. And, once you gain a little confidence, you'll find plenty of opportunities to string through attacks in the close range and deal major damage. When you are in direct combat with Magnamalo, it's best to stick to a short combo, around 2 to 3 hits, or about a half-ish charge with a heavy weapon, at least until you build the confidence to properly chain your combos and dodges through Magnamalo's moves. Like most monsters, it's best to dodge towards Magna, aiming for beneath its arms or between the arms and legs. This should generally place you under the tail or on the other side, where you can then either continue to combo or retreat back to a safer distance looking for the next opening. Be aware that when in close combat, it can be very difficult to call the move that Magna is making, and some of its close range hits are its fastest and deadliest, so you always need to keep your eye on what's coming. The flagship monster of Rise, Magnamalo comes loaded with a ridiculous amount of attacks and an aggressive playstyle that can surprise even veteran hunters on their first few encounters. But, like any monster, it has its weaknesses and openings. To best work through these, I'll be breaking them into a couple of categories, being basic attacks, dangerous attacks, and the best openings. With that out of the way, let's get into it. These are the most common and lower damaging attacks that Magna uses. While some of these can look worrying at first, the majority provide great openings to get in and land hits on the side and tail. While there are a few small chances at the head, they come at a decent risk. A lot of the basic attacks target directly in front of itself, making it difficult to stick to the head. When seeing one of these moves, it's best to aim for the rear or mid of the body, ready to dash out or combo in as soon as you notice the next animation. Bite. This attack provides small openings for the sides and tail, but it's dangerous for the head as it can quickly chain into another move. Stomp. Can be 1 or 2 stomps. If you spot this move from a medium distance, close in on the sides or tail for a decent opening. If you're already in close combat, rolling towards and under the body should put you in a prime position to damage its weak underbelly or withdraw back out. When powered up in Hellfire mode though, it's best to aim for the tail as the explosions can catch around the sides. Scrape. This move can also be a single or double. There's a small opening at the end and a high possibility of a shake, but the range that it covers makes it a good idea to wait for better openings. Swipe. Easy to avoid at first, it provides a decent opening to deal damage as it's usually followed by a shake and sometimes a taunt. However, the powered up Hellfire version can be deceptive as it sends out a ranged Hellfire blast. When you spot this attack, circle around for the side of the arm that's striking, as the blast will go in the opposite direction. Dash. This basic attack can lead into a lot of Magna's dangerous attacks. Try to keep it in frame and focus on avoiding damage while waiting for the next opportunity. Tailstab. This attack is easiest to avoid by rolling away from the side that the tail is on. It provides a great opening to get in and hit the head or slash the tail. In Hellfire mode, this attack is powered up with a Hellfire Dust burst that explodes at a medium distance after a short time. It's not a problem if you're already in close getting damage, but keep an eye out if you're at a distance. These attacks are the heavy hitters that you need to watch out for, with the potential to cut underprepared hunters in a single strike in the early game, and leave a gaping wound in high rank. It's essential to spot these attacks early and know how to react. That being said, a few of these attacks also provide some of the best opportunities for safe damage. It's very common for Magna to shake or taunt after these attacks. Catching a taunt or shake will give you even more time to deal damage safely. Throw. One of Magna's most deadly attacks, it's hard to call and devastating if it hits. It is a short but noticeable lead-in animation where Magna lifts its head towards the sky. However, this can be nearly impossible to spot at close range. But luckily the majority of the damage can be avoided by using a wire bug to escape before the explosion while you're still in the air. As the damage from the explosion can be fatal at low levels, it's best to keep a wire bug in reserve. Overload Dive. Magna's king hit. The opening charges have a huge hitbox and can set you up to be fatally comboed right out of the gate. If you do get hit, it's best to let yourself fall and orient Magna instead of trying to wire out. Wiring out can result in getting caught by another deadly charge or blast as they come one after another. The dive bomb that ends the attack has massive damage and a deceptively large range. Focus on keeping track of Magna to avoid the final hit. If you do lose sight of it, dodging right when you hear the jet noise should keep you safe. Detonate. The detonation has a clear range around Magna. It comes on quick, but has a noticeable animation that should give you more than enough time to avoid the attack. Expect this after every roar once you've seen the Rage and Hellfire modes a few times. It is often followed by a shake or taunt which can provide a decent opening. Breakdance. A difficult move to call and decently damaging. It's one of the most likely attacks to punish you in close and even medium combat. If you are in close, dodging towards Magna and then again following that same direction has the best likelihood of avoiding damage. If you're in the middle ground, dodge away and look for your next opportunity to strike. It's hard to punish as it has a massive range, but there's always a way if you're brave enough. Jump. Magna leaps into the air and then chains into any one of its attacks, the most dangerous of these being its Overload Dive. On noticing a jump, your best course of action is to dodge and maintain distance while you wait to see the chained move. Be aware that sometimes this can lead to a fast multi-chain of attacks that just keep coming. Wait for one of the larger openings like a Hellfire Dust or Tailstab. These are the prime attacks to watch out for that will provide you with the best openings to get in and deal damage with the lowest risks. Even with only a little confidence, you should find plenty of opportunities to deal damage when you spot one of these attacks. After a little practice with its attack patterns, and the confidence to combo right into its toothy maw, you'll think of it more as a house cat than a flaming tiger. Hellfire Dust. This is your biggest opening and best opportunity to punish Magnamalo. If you notice a wave of Hellfire Dust, it's generally a decent time to charge in, as you can count on the detonation animation and often the shake as well. Beware though, that it can immediately chain into a move afterwards, so don't get too greedy. Kamehameha. Like Hellfire Dust, this move is easy to spot and even easier to dodge. It provides you with an excellent opportunity to get in and deal damage without having to worry too much about being punished. Once you see the lead-in animation, tighten your circle into Magna and dodge after around 2 to 3 seconds if you're not already in close enough to deal damage. The move is usually followed up with a shake, which provides even more time. Bullet Hell. Slow and predictable, the bullets are easily avoidable and provide plenty of time to close the distance and deal a bit of damage. Keep in mind that Magna will react on hit, so it's best to get a quick combo, roll through, and then reassess. Tail Slam. Despite having a few variations, this move is easy to spot and dodge, providing a great opportunity for both blades and blunts to get in. That being said, the tail does sometimes come unstuck quickly, or can be followed up by a fake out roll that lets it react even faster. Like usual, the best idea while building confidence is to get a few hits, then reassess, before either continuing to combo or getting back out. All of that combined should look a little bit like this as you play around and discover the openings that work for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy hunting, and let me know what monster you'd like to see next in the comments below.